Welcome back. We are known as the Rose City, and the Rose Festival kicks off tomorrow with the opening of City Fair. So are the blooms ready up there in Washington Park at the International Rose Garden? And Rachel Burlington, the curator there, is joining us for a look this afternoon on how the roses are doing. Now that is an encouraging shot, Rachel. We're seeing a lot of blooms behind you. So has everything timed out for the start of the Rose Festival?
You know, things are just getting started here in the Rose Garden. You know, just a couple weeks ago we had our first bloom. So I imagine, you know, depending on the weather, we'll just be popping out for the days to come. But definitely stuff to see to welcome in the Rose Festival.
This Memorial Day weekend, you'll begin tours again, free tours that folks can get when they come up to Washington Park to visit. How do you go about getting on one of those tours?
I just want to say, you know, I think one thing that makes this place special is the fact that it's free to the public, and free tours to the public is a way to share our stories, to share our information. So it's actually very simple. All the free tours start at 1 p.m. and you just meet right in front of the Rose Garden store, and then you will be greeted by your very knowledgeable guide.
Those guides being volunteers, I'm sure, as you credit volunteers with keeping the garden going and passing on information. Rachel, what are some things that visitors will learn on a tour?
Oh, it's just a wide array of information. Of course, you cannot talk about the Rose Garden without talking about its rich history, about how we became the Rose City. You'll see the rose that made Portland famous for being the city of roses. You'll learn a little bit how to grow roses, learn about our testing programs, and we'll kind of point out, you know, some fragrant roses because, you know, it's hard to, you can't sniff every single one. So, you know, you'll get expert advice on that type of thing.
Very nice. You are situated this afternoon along the Queen's Walk, where, you know, you take a stroll and all the names of the queens in the city's history are there in the pavement. What kind of varieties do you see along this particular stretch of the garden?
So we actually have an Eden rose, which is a climbing rose, and this is just profuse with blooms, and it's just you know, just a beautiful sight to see, that it kind of just edges in the plaque to kind of, you know, create a grand entrance for the plaque.
Rachel, a final question for you.
We also have a whole...
Oh, go right ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to get in before we let you go that I know there's a voting that takes place up there during the festival. How does it work in terms of determining the people's choice?
Oh, absolutely. So every Saturday before Portland's Best Rose, which is when we announce the winners, from 8 to 5, so that'll be June 9th, 8 to 5, just come up to the Rose Garden. The beds will be, there'll be flags in certain beds that will be the contenders for these awards, and there'll be good directions in how to submit your vote. So definitely let your voice be heard.
Yes, when it comes to roses, I know there's a lot of opinions here in the city of Portland. Rachel Burlington, the curator up there at the International Rose Test Garden, thanks for joining us this afternoon, and happy Rose Festival.